This man sleeps with a different woman every day. Not only does he not get beaten up, he earns several months' salary every month. He is engaged in a new profession called bedbugs. It's commonly known as a sleeper. They specialize in helping female clients with insomnia to fall asleep quickly. But there is a professional code of conduct for sleep therapists. Even if a beautiful female client has other ideas, sleeping masters will actively keep a distance. Mark is an excellent employee of Bed Bow. He's been working very hard for 2 years. He never plays with his mobile phone during working hours. He also creates different sleeping environments for different clients. For example, soft lighting and gentle touch. With his help, insomniacs quickly fell asleep. But that day, Mark met a special client. Her appearance changed the course of Mark's life. This unique girl was called Amy. She ordered a 4-hour sleep service from the internet. Mark followed through with his order. He showed his credentials and proved he was a certified sleeper. He cleaned himself up with his own toiletries, and Amy was ready and waiting for him in bed. She'd never experienced this kind of service before. Amy was a little nervous. Mark stroked Amy gently and professionally. Amy soon relaxed. They started talking like good friends. Amy said she had just broken up with her ex-boyfriend. She was devastated when her ex-boyfriend left without saying goodbye. She couldn't sleep because she was so sad. It's company policy that sleep attendants must wear gloves during service. They can't have direct skin-to-skin contact with clients. Mark gave Amy a massage to relax her body while he chatted with her. But Amy felt like she was under some kind of delusion. She wanted to be closer to Mark, like lovers. Mark stopped her. He put the pillows in order between them. Amy was very angry. She felt Mark wasn't being professional. She asked Mark to leave and refund the cost of the order. Mark said he had provided an hour and a half of service. He also used up the toiletries, which were costed, so he couldn't give her a full refund. Amy thought he'd apologize if he wasn't happy with Mark's service. Mark said it was important to respect the customer's decision, as long as it wasn't against the rules. So Amy had to cancel the refund. Her refund and let Mark finish the rest of the 3 services. This time Mark put a blindfold on her. They were lying on the bed. He took her hand in his. Amy let Mark hold her from behind like a lover. Mark made an exception and took off his gloves for Amy. According to the rules, Mark would leave the client's house when it was time to serve her. But on this day, Mark fell asleep. It was the first time he'd ever spent the night in a client's home. Fortunately, Amy didn't mind. Last night was the longest she'd slept since her breakup. Before she left, Amy asked for Mark's card. She said she'd give him a good review. Mark returned to the office. He met a colleague who had his month's salary deducted by his boss. The reason was that he was responsible for his client's pregnancy. The company received a good review from Amy. Mark was praised by his boss. From those 4 hours onwards, Amy would order Mark's services every now and then. But the thought of being dumped by her ex-boyfriend. Amy still wept when she thought about being dumped by her ex-boyfriend. Mark became a good companion for her. They saw each other more and more. Something changed in Mark's heart. When he was serving other clients, he would pick up his mobile phone to see if there were any messages from Amy. That day, Amy ordered a 4-hour bedtime service. She had prepared food and wine, like lovers on a date. And then the alarm went off. Mark's time was up. He decided to leave. Mark got an order from a new client. He came to another woman's house, but all he could think about was being with Amy. Mark realized he might be in love with Amy. After thinking about it for a long time, he decided to quit his job. He's going to tell Amy he's in love with her. He would only sleep with Amy. The boss tried his best to keep him. He even offered Mark a bonus. Mark didn't budge and insisted on quitting. Mark bought Amy's favorite flowers. He was going to confess his love to Amy, but when he got to the lift, Mark suddenly saw Amy's ex-boyfriend in the lift. He was also holding a bouquet of flowers. Mark knew he had to see Amy before his ex-boyfriend did, but he was too late. Amy was over the pain of her breakup. She forgave her ex-boyfriend. Mark didn't feel like he could love anyone else. He went back to work at his old company.